Hi, viewers. In today's video, we're going to answer a question that has left the world stunned. Why did a revolutionary leader like Ibrahim Traoré feel the need to release millions of pandas into the scorching deserts of Africa? Yes, the same deserts where it's almost impossible to find signs of life, where sandstorms swallow people whole, where a single drop of water is as precious as treasure. What use could millions of innocent animals possibly have in such a place? These are the questions experts around the world are trying to answer. And in this video, we'll reveal the surprising plan behind it. Friends, when we look at Burkina Faso, we see a shocking reality. Almost 40% of the country is covered in deserts where there's little rain and no greenery. These are lands that have been empty for centuries, where human settlement is almost impossible. But Ibrahim Traoré has decided that he will not leave this barren land abandoned. His goal is to bring life back to these deserts and turn them into a new center of the nation's economy. For this dream, he has chosen an animal the world calls the most innocent and peaceful, an animal that through its diet and habits makes soil fertile, grows vegetation, and gradually attracts rainfall. Yes, viewers, that animal is the panda. To make this dream real, he has announced that millions of pandas will be released into the desert. You see, pandas eat large amount of bamboo, and their waste is rich with nutrients that can revive dead soil. This natural fertilizer is considered far more effective than artificial ones because it helps dry land retain moisture and regain fertility. Experts say that when animals naturally enrich the soil, plants begin to grow, and once plants appear, they attract rain. It's a natural cycle that revives the earth. First come the pandas, then their waste enriches the soil, then grass and bamboo sprout, followed by trees and shrubs. Then rainfall begins, and one day, the desert that for centuries was nothing but sand will transform into a lush green field. But Traoré's vision goes beyond just greenery. His real dream is to make sure Burkina Faso's people don't depend only on rain for survival, but create life using their own resources. Today, most farmers in the country rely almost entirely on rainfall. But when this plan succeeds, those same farmers will grow crops in the desert to feed not only their own nation, but the whole region. This project will lay the foundation for new settlements as well. Once the soil is fertile, people will build houses there. Markets, roads, and schools will rise. Areas that today are empty and lifeless will one day become thriving towns. This isn't just about reviving land. It's about reviving civilization itself. There's another purpose behind releasing pandas into the desert, creating natural water reserves. Once greenery spreads, rainfall increases, and with rain, natural rivers and streams form. That water then flows into fields and meets the needs of villages. Step by step, a whole new system of life begins to take shape. Ibrahim wants his people not to just dig wells in search of water, but for nature itself to bring them rain and rivers. But Traoré's plan isn't limited to pandas. He knows one animal alone can't transform the desert. That's why he has also decided to release millions of camels into the deserts. And this isn't ordinary thinking. It's an idea that could transform the destiny of the desert. You already know the camel, the ship of the desert, the animal that can survive for days without water, move through sandstorms without slowing, and carry humans across endless dunes. But Ibrahim's vision goes beyond transport or milk. He wants camels to lay the foundation for a new environmental and economic revolution in the desert. While pandas enrich the soil, camels will provide resources for human survival. Camel milk is considered by experts to be among the most nutritious in the world, a natural treasure for people living in the desert. Beyond that, camels will carry goods across long distances, even when there's no rain, sparking new trade routes and opportunities. There's another hidden advantage. When camels roam in large numbers, they help spread seeds. The seeds they eat often pass through their waste and fall onto the soil, naturally planting vegetation across the desert. This quiet, natural process can one day turn into forests and grasslands. So camels will not only serve people, but also play a role alongside pandas in greening the desert. Ibrahim Traoré's plan isn't just for the environment, it's also for the economy. Around the world, demand for camel milk and meat is growing. In Europe and the Middle East, camel milk is even used as medicine. If Burkina Faso's deserts are filled with camels, a whole new industry could be born. People will earn millions selling milk. Camel hides will be used for manufacturing. This could trigger an economic revolution the world has never seen before. Imagine this. On one side, burning desert winds and dry, lifeless land. On the other, Ibrahim Traoré turning that dead land into a living world. Forests of bamboo, caravans of camels, innocent pandas enriching the soil, powerful camels supporting human life. Together, they paint a picture no one has ever dreamed of. This project is not just about plants or water. It's a complete desert package: animals, agriculture, settlements, trade, and every resource of life. Ibrahim's goal is to make sure the desert is no longer hostile to any living creature, but instead becomes a new doorway to life. This isn't only an environmental plan, it's a seed of hope for future generations. Viewers, you've seen how Ibrahim Traoré plans to breathe new life into the heart of the desert. Millions of pandas and camels will bring a revolution no one has ever imagined. The question is, if one leader can turn a sea of sand into fertile land, why can't we transform our own soil? These plans aren't just for Burkina Faso. They're a lesson for all humanity. If determination and intention are true, the impossible can be made possible. So friends, now it's your turn. If you believe Ibrahim Traoré's dream can change the world, share this video so the message reaches everywhere. Tell us in the comments, what do you think is the greatest weapon to transform the desert? Pandas, camels, or human courage? And if you want more videos on revolutionary projects like this, subscribe now, hit the bell icon, and join our channel.